Adaptability and Agility in Global Leadership. Introduction. Global leadership in the 21st century is increasingly defined by turbulence, ambiguity, and interconnectedness. Leaders today face a world shaped by rapid technological advancements, from artificial intelligence to digital globalization, geopolitical volatility, including shifting alliances, armed conflicts and trade wars, and cultural interdependence, as migration, diversity, and cross-border collaboration become the norm. This new global order has exposed the limits of traditional leadership models rooted in stability, hierarchy, and long-term predictability, relying on rigid strategies or bureaucratic control. Mechanisms often leaves organizations vulnerable to disruption and incapable of seizing emerging opportunities. In such a dynamic environment, adaptability and agility have become indispensable. They are not optional supplements to leadership, but core competencies that determine whether leaders can survive and thrive amid uncertainty. Importantly, while related, adaptability and agility are not synonymous. Adaptability refers to a leader's cognitive and behavioral flexibility, their willingness to rethink assumptions and adjust to shifting realities. Agility, by contrast, emphasizes speed and precision in execution. Together, they create a leadership model that is resilient, responsive, and forward-looking. This section provides a deeper exploration of adaptability and agility, distinguishing their unique qualities while highlighting their interdependence. By unpacking these concepts, we can better understand how they serve as the foundation of effective global leadership in an era marked by constant change. 1. Defining adaptability and agility. 1.1 Adaptability. Adaptability is fundamentally about openness and resilience. It is the capacity to recognize when old patterns no longer serve their purpose and to replace them with new approaches that are more aligned with evolving realities. An adaptable leader is not rigidly bound by tradition or past successes, but remains curious, flexible, and receptive to change. 3. Competencies of adaptable and agile leaders. Adaptability and agility are not simply personality traits, but competencies that leaders can develop and refine over time. These competencies operate across cognitive, emotional, and behavioral dimensions, shaping how leaders interpret uncertainty, interact with diverse stakeholders, and respond to dynamic circumstances. 3.1 Learning orientation. At the heart of adaptability lies a strong learning orientation. Leaders with this competency recognize that past successes are not permanent guarantees for future relevance. They show willingness to unlearn outdated habits, question established routines, and adopt new frameworks of thinking. In global contexts, learning orientation requires curiosity about cultural practices, openness to alternative, problem-solving approaches, and humility to admit knowledge gaps. For example, leaders in rapidly digitizing industries must consistently update their knowledge base to keep pace with artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, or climate-related innovations. 3.2 Cultural flexibility. Global leadership inevitably involves working across diverse cultural environments. Cultural flexibility enables leaders to navigate differences in norms, communication styles, and values without imposing a single dominant model. Adaptable leaders recognize that a negotiation approach, effective in the United States, may not resonate in Japan or Brazil. Agility is shown when leaders adjust their tone, pace, or decision-making style in real time during intercultural engagements. Cultural flexibility also underpins inclusivity, enabling global teams to feel respected and empowered. 3.3 Scenario thinking. Adaptable and agile leaders prepare for uncertainty through scenario planning and contingency thinking. This competency involves anticipating multiple possible futures and constructing strategic pathways for each. By not relying on a single forecast, leaders reduce vulnerability to unexpected shocks. Agility complements this by activating contingency plans swiftly when needed. For instance, global supply chain leaders during the COVID-19 pandemic, who had previously developed alternative sourcing strategies, were able to pivot quickly when traditional channels collapsed. 3.4 Emotional regulation. Uncertainty often produces stress, anxiety, and conflict within organizations. Leaders who cannot regulate their own emotions may transmit instability to their teams. Emotional regulation ensures that leaders remain calm, confident, and decisive even amid turbulence. Agility requires rapid but emotionally intelligent decisions that preserve morale and trust. A leader who can maintain composure during a financial downturn while communicating transparently and empathetically enables teams to remain focused rather than paralyzed by fear. 3.5 Iterative decision-making. In complex environments, waiting for perfect information often leads to paralysis. Adaptable leaders embrace iterative decision-making, implementing provisional choices, gathering feedback, and refining as conditions evolve. Agility is revealed when such iterations occur quickly, enough to maintain competitive advantage. This approach mirrors the agile project management methodology used in software development, where incremental updates and constant feedback loops ensure responsiveness to shifting requirements.